with more sports betting impropriety allegations yet again from another college team. This time it is the University of New Orleans. This report coming from Jeff Goodman, who is reporting that 4 players who are playing for the university have been suspended since late January, are actually under investigation for NCAA violations relating to sports betting. According to multiple reports, here are the names of the players: James White, Josh Short, Day Hunter, and Jamon Vincent. First time I've ever said those names on any kind of show, but get to know those names because there could be some issues coming forward. Now, New Orleans, by the way, they're 4-25 on the season and they're not playing well, but ESPN is also reporting that the allegations are currently under a betting ring that are under a federal investigation currently, which surrounded on a December 28th game at McNeese State and a January 11th game against Southern Louisiana. What does it all mean, folks? We really don't know. But this betting ring that was involved in that former NBA player Jonte Porter seems to be the subject of the investigation as well. So stay tuned. We'll see if the University of New Orleans is involved with their players in any improprieties. Meanwhile, the International Olympic Committee has accepted the resignation of their president, Thomas Bach, as a member of the organization. He decided that he's stepping down from leadership. June 23rd will be the official final day. And he could have stayed as a member until the age of 80, but he has decided to step down. So that's coming for the next Olympic Games. The NFL also made an announcement yesterday, and it's a long time coming. The chain gang appears to be done, at least for the time being. It would appear that they're using a new electronic system to measure first downs in 2025. They're calling it Hawkeye Virtual Measurement. The chain gang will still be there, but they'll be there as a backup. You see those guys? How much will it pay to have that job next year? Because they're doing nothing and carrying those things. I want that job. Can somebody find me a way to get that job next year to do nothing except carry those? Meanwhile, the NFL draft coming up in a couple of months. We got the combine going out right now. There's some news from one of the top players in the NFL draft. His name is Abdul Carter. If you're not familiar, plays on Penn State University. He's an edge rusher. Right now, it's being reported by ESPN that he's not going to need surgery. There was some question as to whether or not he would or not. Carter's having fun with this on social media as well. Needless to say, he's probably the best defensive lineman in the upcoming NFL draft. I think that is fair to say. Some people think the best defensive player is Travis Hunter. Carter, definitely the best lineman, expected to be a top 5 pick in the NFL draft. The Detroit Pistons, what is left to say about them right now? They have been the big surprise in the league this season, bigger than anybody else. 33-26 now in the season, another upset. And by the way, a game that was not close. They routed the Boston Celtics last night, one of the best teams in the league, NBA defending champ, 117-97. And they also ended a 12-game losing streak against Boston in the process. It has been a lot of Cade Cunningham and company that has led Pistons to this point. It looks like not only are they going to make the playoffs, but they have a chance to get out of the play-in range. As of right now, they are. J.B. Bickerstaff is a potential Coach of the Year candidate, and he talked about how the ball just keeps on going in that hoop. They keep playing well.
I think obviously we came to play. We knew this was going to be a tough challenge for us. But again, we're just focused on the process of it all, right? We're, not looking past tonight, or what we've done in the past. The only thing that we're focusing on is every single night trying to be the best versions of ourselves. And tonight, I think we're pretty close.
Trust in each other, trust in our system, confidence. I think everything is going up in the right direction.
How important was a hot start for you guys tonight?
It was important for sure to get going early, to get stops early on. So I think that kind of established our, set the tone for the game, and we were able to carry that on throughout the game.
76ers came up short against the Knicks yesterday. They did cover the spread. Final score, 110-105. Jalen Brunson had 34 points in this one at 7 assists. They led by 14 late. Looked like a cover was in tow, but the Sixers roared back to make the game close. It's just really tough for Philadelphia to play, of course, without Joel Embiid. Nick Nurse at the end of the game talked about trying to defend Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, the challenge is you're trying to do two things with him. He only took 5 threes tonight. That's pretty good. We try to not have him shoot too many threes, and then our other goal is to not foul him. And I think we bumped him a little bit here and there, but I thought 16 was quite a few tonight for him.
Houston Rockets season in a positive way keeps going with another win with the Wemby-less Spurs, 118-106. Houston picks up the win. They beat their opponents by at least 13 in each of their 3 wins since the All-Star break. So if there is a team covering against the spread over the last month or so, it is the Houston Rockets. They've been fantastic all season. Ime Udoka, after the game, talked about the performance.
Well, we missed a lot early. So from the start, we were obviously shot a high percentage in that quarter, so not a lot of rebounds for us. But they missed a few drives and where we tried to go block, and the secondary help didn't come over and got a few putbacks. But overall, I was happy with it. I mean, 20-point quarter for them. And, like you said, they got a bunch of second chance points. And so our initial defense was good. And then we just got back to do what we're doing. And we missed a few shots. Guys were going after it and making an impact. But I'd rather take the made shots and less opportunities.
27 points for SGA, as Oklahoma City has no problem with the Brooklyn Nets, 129-121 the final. Meanwhile, the most exciting finish on any court, NBA or college basketball last night, had to be in College Park, as Trey Holloman of the Michigan State Spartans hit a half-court shot with absolutely, positively no time left to give Michigan State a huge 58-55 win over 16th-ranked Maryland. The Terrapins were 3-point favorites in this one. After the game, Tom Izzo said, yeah, we won that game on that half-court shot, but do not call us lucky.
But I felt we deserved to win the game. I don't think it was a lucky shot at the end. I thought we played inspired basketball, good defensively, moved the ball. We got Jace Richardson going, and give Kevin credit. Then they went back to the zone and took him out of it a little bit. Then he started cramping up, so we had to get him in and out. And all in all, ugly game. But, for us, a pretty win's better than an ugly loss. And it was an ugly game because both teams played so hard. And those kids play hard, too, boy, that he's got. And he's done a hell of a job where he came from last year to this year. And I don't even know what to say about my team. We're gritty. We keep on fighting, and yet we got to get better offensively in some areas if we're going to really make some noise.
Michigan State on an absolute tear in the new year. Arkansas, in a big game for them, beat Texas, so they win 2 games in a row, 86-81 in overtime. They pick up the win on the road. Number 7 St. John's defeats Butler 76-70. They've tied a regular season title in the conference. If they win one more, I believe they capture it. Tyler Nichols, 7 3-pointers. Vanderbilt upsets number 12 Texas. In the National Football League, there is this source battle between a couple of reporters going on right now. Jordan Schultz and Ian Rappaport, basically surrounding the idea of Tom Brady potentially recruiting Matthew Stafford to go to the Raiders if he ends up leaving the Rams. Hard to make heads or tails as to what is going on here, but it looks like basically one of the reporters is alleging that Brady met with Stafford in Montana. Also looks like Derek Carr will be back this season with the Saints, and Jair Alexander of the Packers could potentially be on the trade block. Getting a lot of information out of that combine.